Let's check show burner videos only, and now you see all the latest videos in my niche with burning success. And here, for example, we have one about small channels, right? So let's see if we can find more of those videos. Let's search for small, and wow, so many different channels have burning success with this topic. And here, for example, this one got their videos in the most popular videos even. So let's see if we can find more of those most popular videos in my niche. And wow, so many different channels got most popular videos out of this video topic. It blows my mind how easy it is to get insights out of this tool. What you just saw is the second and most important step to dominate, browse and suggest it. To recap, last week I showed you how to collect the channels in your niche, and that is the first step of the overall strategy. Next, you do the research that I just showed you to arrive at videos planned for your own channel that have a huge potential for high views. You know, those views that made my friend's new channel, who started from zero, skyrocket like this. Seriously, I believe, please form your own opinion of course, I believe what we have here is a keyword research tool, not for YouTube search, but for YouTube's recommendations. So browse and suggest it. I know this is a bold statement, but I believe I can make this claim because what I did is to look at many different YouTube experts to see how they already successfully dominate, browse and suggest it. For example, in Daryl Eve's book, when he first starts to talk strategy in there, the very first thing that he says is you have to gain an understanding of your specific niche. Do your research on other successful creators in your niche. And that is what we do with this tool. Or Paddy Galloway, he shared the success of his consulting client and says, as the very first rule, find high potential ideas that all had a shared audience. And that is also what we do with this tool. Nonetheless, I was happy to see with my very own eyes when I taught a friend of mine this strategy that it really blew up her browse and suggested. Alright, enough chatter. Let me show you this research that is designed to get views from browse and suggested step by step. So in the tool that I just released to my early access users, you do the research in the Step 2 Topics tab. Here I selected my niche and it's now showing the latest videos of the channels in the niche or the most popular ones. There are several ways how you can analyze these videos. The tool is incredibly versatile, but for starters, let's focus on the high traffic evergreen technique. Feel free to go through the other techniques here later on as well. So as the first step, we should focus on the burner videos. So that's when I check this check mark here. Burner videos are those videos that work particularly well for the channel that published it. And that's really what we are looking for. Video topics that are so interesting for the viewers in the niche that those videos perform particularly well. So what we do now, as the next step in this technique, we go through all those videos and try to find interesting topics that repeat. So I looked through these videos beforehand and found out that videos about monetization appear quite often in this list. So for example, Herman's video here. So what I do now, and that is the next step in this technique, I collect those videos that I found. So I click this button here and the video is added to my pattern. And interestingly, I can already see below that here, for example, is another burner video from TubeBuddy that is also about monetization and worked particularly well for the channel. I can now also use the search bar to search for monetization and see all the other videos that mention it. For example, this one from VidIQ, yet another one, this one, and the one below I already added. So this way I collected all these burner videos on monetization here in my pattern. That means that I now know that videos on monetization work particularly well recently because I looked at the latest videos. And remember, we are looking at high traffic evergreen videos. So the question is this topic really evergreen? So what we do as the next step, step 4, we keep the search for monetization here turn burners off and switch to most popular videos. And now we see that so many different channels have videos about monetization. So even years ago, videos about monetization were really successful and grew to be among the most popular videos on those channels. Alright, that was step 5. So finally, we go back to the pattern section, and then we have these recent videos about monetization, which we then watch, study in detail to understand what made them successful, and create our own video that combines the best of them all. And when you publish this video, then the browse algorithm as well as the suggested videos algorithm both will understand what you did there, the choice of the video topic, and do its job to promote this video. But wait a minute, I said that I believe this is a keyword research tool for browse and suggested, but I never mentioned any keywords, right? Well, let me explain. And if the video is not out yet, then subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss this next episode. Cheers, my friends!